Good morning, Parentals, and welcome to Rated PG Episode 2. My name is Ronna Bonifacio, and I'm the editor of Globe Parental Guidance and also today's moderator. Globe Parental Guidance is an honest and authentic space for today's Filipino parents to learn, share, laugh about, and enjoy the realities of parenting. So thank you for tuning into our live stream this morning, and as we promised, today's episode is about parenting styles and the different ways we raise our kids. We may not all be on the same page, but I'm sure there's one thing we can agree on, and that there's no judgments here, only love. And as we say at Team Parental Guidance, we like to keep things real, sprinkling around as much kindness like the Lego pieces on our floor. Madami, di ba? So this morning, we're being joined by two moms. First is social media's Mudra. Charry Dasovich is a mom to two adult children, also known as Mudra Daso. She's currently quarantining in San Francisco and has been looking to gardening to keep her calm in this pandemic. Our second guest is single mom of two kids, ages 7 and 4 years old. She's known online as the Misty Mom. Shari Poquiz is also the co-founder of fashion brand Rory and Snow. So please welcome to Rated PG, Mudra Charry Dasovich and the Misty Mom, Shari Poquiz.
Hello!
Hello! Hello, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Good morning.
Good evening dito sa
Good evening, Tita Charry.
That's right. Anong oras po dyan, Tita Charry?
It's 8 o'clock, 8:11
8.
Yeah.
It's 8 p.m. on a
Dinner
Saturday
time.
night.
p.m.
And Tita Charry is spending it with us.
Yeah, it's okay. Pudra's downstairs. I told him to keep quiet.
Oh.
Yes,
It's
same
the
here.
turn of Tita
The
Charry
kids.
today. Huh? The kids. Where are your kids, Shari?
Yeah, girl. Okay, so before this, sakto, since we're keeping it real, no judgments, I had to
Yes.
make sure, like, late sila nagising because it's a Saturday, and I had to make sure to finish, natapos pa nila yung, breakfast nila. Parang, okay, guys, we can, breakfast because I have to go, and then wash the dishes, and then make sure that they're all snacked up,
Yes.
para, behaved for like 1 hour lang, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super same for me, I had to make sure they were eating, they're done eating breakfast. Dami pa nilang tanong about life and ba't ganito yung mundo. Totoo. And I was like,
Yeah.
guys, pwede 12 noon na natin pag-usapan yung mga whys nyo because mama has to work.
Yeah.
But with Tita Charry, I heard she kicked out her two adult children of the home.
Yeah,
for
they're
this
gone.
live stream.
They're gone for today.
But thankfully, meron siyang nahihiram na equipment from her vlogging children.
I know. Yeah. I'm equipped here,
All right, so we're gonna talk about parenting topics this morning that, I think we, in your chat groups or, among our friends, this is something we ask each other. And here at Parental Guidance, we want to learn from each other. And especially from Mudra, Charry, ang dami talaga, I'm sure, share ni Mudra sa atin. But we also
I'm here to learn. I'm here to learn.
I might learn something too.
From her.
But we also want to hear from you, from the parents of our Facebook community who's tuned in. Please comment and share with us your thoughts also as we talk about these different topics. And we're gonna take time later to read them. And because this is a parenting group, we believe in incentives. So best comments win a prize. O, di ba? Parang parenting.
Yeah.
So first, we're gonna talk about screen time. Okay, what is your take on screen time? I know for many of us here in the Philippines, I think it's such a concern because our kids are eternally online, whether they're doing online distance learning or maybe a version of their school this school year, di ba? Nakaharap talaga sila sa computer nila. And as much as we all know na we wanna kind of dial it back and all of that, the reality is, at least for this school year, there's just so much more screen time involved.
It's inevitable now.
Yeah. So ikaw, Shari, do you have rules when it comes to
Yeah.
screen time of your kids?
Okay. So for me, before, like when I was still pregnant and I was not, the kids, I didn't have kids yet. I was like, Celine was still in my, my
Yeah.
womb. I was, I had an idea na, my kids will not, have iPads or they will not have screen time because, that's just, studies show, ganyan. And then when I became a mom, and andyan na, like 3 years old, 4 years old, and I needed just to have, to be sane and to have time to myself sometimes. I gave them permission to have screen time. I gave Celine permission to have screen time. And from there, I actually saw good results. Good results in terms na ang dami niya natutunan. And dami she learned the ABCs there. So parang ako, because of what she learned, I kind of dialed down my negative, it's not public enemy number 1 pala. Parang I was more, kasi before parang public enemy, she cannot see the screen, like she cannot be exposed to, ganyan. I was like that, and it actually also drove me crazy because I had to give her, as a single working mom, I had to also give her my 100% attention if she doesn't know how to entertain herself. And it's just easier life when I became more lenient about screen time. My rule lang is, it's just like sweets na parang you can have some, but it depends on the parent on how much, so it depends on anyone. So for me, I just make sure that I know what she's watching and the length of time, and there's guidance, there's parental guidance using it. So yes, that's my take on screen time.
She's like 7. So how much screen time is she allowed in a day?
So apart from school, after homeworks, kanyan, every day she can have like 1 hour, 2 hours of screen time. 1 hour. Yeah, 2 hours. On weekends, that's when I'm more like disconnect. It's just family time. Why? No gadgets. Sometimes you watch a movie though together, so may screen time pa rin. But gadgets on weekends are more like no-nos. Like I keep them talaga. Unless, I have to work and yan. So I'm very flexible. I don't have strict rules. Yeah.
Yes. For Tita Charry, syempre, when we say screen time, no? Alam ko the TV was strict si Tita sa TV, si Mudra sa TV when her kids were growing up. No?
Yeah, they have
What was
they
it like for you?
had TV. They had TV in the living room. We had a living room then, and they had TV. But on when they were toddler, it was okay because I was always in the kitchen. I was always watching what they're watching. But when they started school, from Monday to Friday, I cut off TV the whole day, Monday to Friday, no TV. And on Friday, they have to do their homework before they can go outside or before they can watch TV. So I was kind of strict, and they got used to it. Actually, people in the school, they asked them, "Hey, did you watch this blah blah?" I'm like, "No, we don't watch TV." Like, you don't know? It's like, yeah, we don't care. They were okay with it. So yeah, that's it.
But on weekends, they were allowed.
Yeah, on the weekends they were allowed to watch as much as they want, but they're busy with sports too. So the whole weekend was mostly sports, and they like to read, so we do read a lot.
Yeah,
mostly reading. Especially Haley, she likes to read. She even wake up in the morning earlier before going to school so she can read her books. Ganun siya ka, the kids.
Yeah, I remember me too when I was growing up. I was more reading into reading books, than watching TV. I guess, same. Oh, ano.
But I remember they like to watch the same movie all the time. Batman. It's like, the Batman movie was embedded in my TV. It's like parang yun na lang paulit-ulit.
Baka sunog na tita yung VHS nun.
Nasunog
diba? Yung i-rewind, may rewinder, diba?
Batman. Of all, at saka yung Barney. Do you guys have Barney still? Barney the dinosaur. The purple
Barney.
dinosaur.
Really? They watch Barney? Ako,
yeah, they grew up with
that.
Ano
ba tayo, Ronna? What did you watch?
Ano kayo?
Rugrats.
Siyempre, Princess Sarah. SETI.
Yeah.
Ako, Rugrats. Ano pa ba?
Yung mga katulad ko na nanonood ngayon ng live stream na to,
Sesame
kung
Street.
SETI kids kayo, please support me naman.
SETI kids.
Nakita yung age ko eh. Medyo matanda ako ng konti kay Shari.
Once upon a time, yan. Tsaka Hiraya Manawari, naalala ko na. May gano'n. Yeah.
Teka muna, magkakaedad kayo ng kids ko. So you guys are watching the same.
Yeah, so Ronna and I. Ronna?
Yes. I'm 35.
Yeah.
Okay, a little bit older.
A little older. Slight lang.
Slight lang. Konti lang. Hindi naman nalata.
Pero favorite ko yung Saturday morning, di ba? I don't know kung Saturday morning before, di ba? Was like a cartoon extravaganza.
Oh, yeah.
Kasi nga, Monday to Friday, walang TV. When we were growing up, syempre, kasi you had to do schoolwork and stuff like that. Saturday morning, gigising ako kasi nandyan na si DuckTales, nandyan na si Darkwing Duck. Ayan, Shari, naabutan mo ba yun?
Hindi nga. Alam mo, iniisip ko ngayon, nabablank out ako. Nung bata ako, like Celine, ano bang mga pinagagawa ako?
Sesame Street, classic, of course, diba? Batibot.
Batibot, yan.
Batibot,
yeah.
Oh. But because nga now, for our kids, I guess that's the yung kabaliktaran, no? Since school is on the screen, kaya baliktad yung rules ni Shari na weekends yung walang screen kasi weekends yung family time.
Yeah. It's
Weekdays
necessity
kasi
naman kasi. Diba?
Yeah. And I remember lang, parang it's hard to think back before because we were always outside as kids. Yung mga, like Will and Hailey, ganun din ako. I grew up outside, playing outside.
Always outside,
Yeah. So,
Batang kalye.
Oo, dami kong sugat. Dami kong mga uuwi akong duguan kasi nagbabike ako tapos umuntog ako. Ganyan. So, it's so hard. Tapos ngayon, bawal pa lumabas yung kids.
Right. Yeah.
It's so hard for them.
Well, somehow I guess your kids are really lucky at this time because the pandemic, they can still learn on screen.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is really lucky. Before, we didn't have that. Well, we listened to the radio, you know.
Yeah.
But
Actually, they said,
really lucky. Yeah.
If this had happened anytime before, na hindi ganitong ka-connected or the internet wasn't this good and this strong, how would our kids go to school? Diba? Parang how would they learn?
Puro libro.
How would we? And us to the parents, how is life, diba? Pag kung gano'n na kids can't go but you have to work. So, yeah. I think it's a double-edged sword, like social screen time and being digitally connected. Diba? Parang now, we have so much access to information. It's so easy to connect with friends. When you're feeling like this, you can share your mom woes. Like my friends and I have a group na nag-share lang kami ng mga funny memes about moms and parenting. And it's just so easier to feel connected na you're not alone. But at the same time, there's another side to it because it's so open to everyone. Even when you're not an influencer, diba? Madali ka, it's open. Your life is like open access and you can easily get negative feedback also. So parang double-edged.
And you need to learn how to find the balance, diba? Lalo as a parent and you're the one who's managing, syempre, your kids, their time and all of that. But what about kids on social media? Is that I know that syempre for both of you, this is so real. But in different ways. Syempre, Mudra's kids are definitely on social media. And for me and Shari, yes. May kwento si Tita Jan.
Yeah,
Kwento
Tita,
siya
share
dyan,
with us.
diba?
Yeah, that they are in social media, so I can see what's happening with them all the time, you know, even if they're far away, even if one of them is outside in Timbuktu, then I can see on Instagram and see what's happening, what's going on, or bakit 3 araw na wala pang post itong anak kong isa, wala pang post. So medyo kinakabahan ako pag gano'n dahil hindi ko narinig. Usually they call me. And we see each other on Facebook, on Instagram. It's so easy, you know, for that. And social media, alin ba yung kwento na yun?
Yung
Can you remind me of that?
yung
Marami kasing kwento si tita.
Oo.
Kwento ngayong baon.
yung bakit when your kids were starting out to be vloggers,
when
bakit
the two of them, especially yung si Bilu, nung nag-start pa siyang mag-vlog, both of them went to college and they finished college, and then people are asking me, actually there was one occasion na we were having dinner and they're asking me, why are you kids, why did they go to school and then they're just gonna end up vlogging? I said, I like what they do. If that's what they want to do, then it's all right, as long as they can support themselves. And then a year later, a couple of years later, Will was known, Haley is also the same, and then I kind of feel bad. I did not really unfriended them. No, I did not. I just don't follow them anymore. I kind of don't want to talk to them anymore. And then now they're kids. They have children your age, and they go, "Mommy, can I be a vlogger?" So it's like, oh, see, ngayon yung mga anak niyo gusto ring mag-vlog. Diba? So you
when they were
really
starting
say
out.
anything.
When they were starting out, you were, did you have questions or parang, ano ba yung ginagawa mo, anak? Or was it like,
No,
sige, I
actually,
trust you, I know what you're doing?
Yeah, I know that they actually study what they want to do. I mean, what do you call that? Not study, but they look around and see what's available, what they can do, and they kind of like they like what they're doing. So I'm happy. I'm very supportive of what they're doing. So you just have to be supportive.
Even
Plus,
if you
agree.
It's a little bit more of parang may natututuhan naman ang mga tao sa kanila in a way.
Yes.
I get so many messages. I tell you, I have hundreds and hundreds of messages. They thank me about how they make themselves, like for example, somebody will message me and say, oh, I was so depressed and then I watched his blog and I'm happy again. Or,
wow.
Oh, I wanted to go to this country but I did not go, but now that I saw Haley doing this vlog, I want to go to that country. So that's really nice, diba?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Parang it's not easy kasi to see right away what the effect of, parang the joy that content creators are able to bring, diba? Lalo for, I don't know, Shari, if you experience this with your own parents na, kunwari, when you started out doing social media and when you started out being an influencer, did you experience yung parang, anak, ano ba yan?
Not just my parents, like everybody else around me, parang, not about everybody, but some close, like, family members, relatives, ano ba yan? Picture ka, ganyan. Tapos, ganyan, di ba? Like, they weren't as, I guess, they weren't naman, hindi naman sila hindi supportive, but they didn't understand.
Hindi nila naintindihan.
Naintindihan.
Unlike,
unlike Tita Charry, who kind of like, she understands, she's also digital, parang tech savvy. For like more of our parents who were,
hindi naman ako digital savvy, napipilitan lang.
Pero yun, tita, you kind of, parang you knew what they're doing, but for like our older parents, they don't know what it is. Like they just know, parang isip nila taking photos, and how do you earn from that? They don't understand. So I guess
you
I
have to
understand.
explain everything.
And how can you make money from that? I guess ganun din yung thinking nila. I guess inisip din nila yun. My daughter went to this school, graduated, but she's what is she on the internet? So I guess yun nga yung mga ganyang comments why the internet is so a double edge, because you also get those comments immediately, and especially when you're starting out. And way back when this was when I started 2012, like what is blogging? Blogging, blogging is really just writing your thoughts on the internet. And sharing it to people, and you can't really, it's not really an income generating business, unlike now na everyone knows you can earn from vlogging. So I get
sometimes not all the time, not everyone. So,
and when you started Shari, diba, it was really beauty, it was really makeup and skincare. So I'm sure people were also like you're writing about lipstick? Parang,
Oo, di ba? Parang, oh my, yun pa. Parang, luho lang yan. Luho lang yung mga pinaggagawa mo, pinagsulat mo. Nako, all those comments, all those, I guess now kaya ako may, like, who needs collagen when all these internet comments will make your face, plump. Kakapal yung mukha mo.
Yeah.
gusto ko yan! That's the secret. That's the secret for para kumapal ang
Yung
face.
filter.
Para kumapal yung face mo, ultimate skincare tip is get those
Internet
negativity comments, put them there. Yan, pang collagen.
I love it.
Mukha ka pang bata. Don't let it get you stressed. Yeah.
True. Sobrang true. And I'd always say, ay naku, papangit lang ako.
Oo nga.
Don't entertain any negative comments. Do not entertain. Because the more you entertain them, the more they come there. And you make them happy by entertaining them. Alalagot. Baka mo may negative comments.
Yeah,
Pero si Buddha, go ahead, Shari.
No, that was my question. Tita Char, how do you, like, Will is so, like, I'm sure he has his fair share of negative comments. How do you teach him?
Yeah, the more
with
you
it? How do you tell
the more you have people watching you, the more you're gonna get negative comments. They don't entertain negative comments. Sometimes you can easily go down with that. If you read it and you read something that you don't like, it makes it really kind of make you depressed, but you have to just erase it. Try to do that. I mean, it's hard to do it, but you got to do it. You can't entertain negative comments because, we live here and, inggit lang, usually. Inggit lang.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Correct.
So
okay.
that's,
those
kinds of comments, no? I mean, whether, syempre, we're talking about this online. But before I get to this pala, my question kasi about kids on social media, no, for me and Shari, is that we don't, our kids don't have a say, right? When we put them online. But for Tita Shari, I know sometimes you have comments also, diba, on your kids na, anak, bakit mo yan pinost? Do you ask ba na parang, anak, wag naman ganyan?
Sometimes Steve and I will look at it and go, bakit niya to pinost? Parang hindi ko gusto itong pinost mo na to. Kasi parang minsan magagalit ka sa akin. Bakit pa? Para kang teenager, ikaw pa yung negative sa akin. Hindi naman. Sabi ko, parang hindi ko gusto yung pinost mo kasi parang mayabang. Ayoko nung ganon.
So, and they listen.
Apo. Hindi na. Okay, hindi na nga. Kasi usually pag parents hindi nakikinig yung mga bata. Mga ganong edad. Parang alam na nila lahat But your kids, they listen to you at this time. This is the best time, before they are 10 years old. Mm-hmm. The first 10 years is the best time. If you can stay with them and be with them for the first 10 years, it's the best time. You will always treasure these 10 years. Read to them as much as you can. Play with them. Make food with them. That's what you do.
Mm-hmm. Did you do that?
Oh my God, we made pizza. We play. They play waitress and waiter. They pretend playing, making food and serving me in a really nice place. They have their own kitchen. They have their little kitchen, and then I also teach them how to paint because I'm an artist. So I did teach them how to paint too, which none of them really can do it. I don't think anyone can. Yeah, but they can do cinematography. I think that's their art.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, where did they get that eye, diba? Syempre, from Mudra din yun.
Yeah, but mga storytelling nila, they're really good in storytelling, I think. Yeah. So that's what you should, instill to your kids.
And I think that's what we get this quarantine, diba, Shari? I mean,
diba?
like right after this live stream, when we're done, diretso na, diba? We don't have travel time anymore. You're already, when you open the door, diba, andyan mo yung kids mo right away. And that's what I really enjoy about working from home and my kids being at home with me, na I don't lose any time and energy. Kasi nakaka-drain din yung diba? Yung babiyahe ka pa, you're still gonna sit in traffic, you're gonna get stuck somewhere. And then when you get home, you're emotionally unavailable because you're like,
You're
so tired from
all
work.
that.
I'm so tired from the commute. But now it's like you just switch. Like, okay, I'm working and then I get to be with my kids. And
Correct.
you're saying that this is something your kids are doing also, Shari. Are they playing dress up?
Yes. So
Restaurants?
like what Tita Charry said, it's also like I heard kasi I listened to this podcast and they said na the first 7-8 years, like yan, before 10 years old, it's the time when your kids will absorb and like you're their ultimate queen. But then after that, like when they're kind of older, 10 and above, that's when they're gonna start to not listen to you anymore. So that's why I'm like at this stage na, you know, they're still so clingy to me na they play yung mga serving me and they give me hugs and kisses na alam ko
take them to play. Wala nga pala ngayon. Take them to play.
Go out. But so I'm enjoying this time that I'm still like, you know, their queen, but because after this 10 years and above and they're starting to learn na may outside influences na and they can think for themselves, you know, that's why ngayon pa lang parang okay, lahat ng disiplina ko, lahat na ipaplant ko na lahat ng seeds. You know, it's a time to plant all the seeds because when they're grown up, like Tita Charry's kids, you just pray and hope that whatever you taught them during this time will come out, will manifest. All those seeds will be planted somehow, and however way they want to, you know, manifest or grow those seeds.
Yung parang yung elementary time from kasi pag middle school na sila, may middle school diba sa Pilipinas, that's yun na yung start na, can you please don't drive me at the gate? Mom, it's okay. I'm okay in the corner of the school, huh? Yun na yung time. I know, me too. I wasn't ready for a long time. So now it's the best time. You guys enjoyed them.
Yeah, I think kasi there is also moments na parang you just want, you know, time for yourself, that you forget na to enjoy actually these times na the kids they're so innocent and they're so they're so yung cute pa, cuddly, ganyan. They will get your hugs. They will not, mommy, I'm big na.
Always asking for your attention.
Yeah. And parang when you're in the thick of it, diba? It's, yun nga, the truth is, nakakaloka siya minsan. Like, if there are a lot of kids and they always want your attention and your time. But as Mudra has reminded us, though, there's a window and it's going to end, diba? So parang when I think na, okay, how many years of this do I have left na lang? Instead of me dreading na parang, they need me na naman, they want my attention na naman. Parang, my mindset starts to go into, okay, I only have this much time left. Todohin na natin to.
Kasi by the time you know, you're asking them question like, I'm okay. They're not even gonna tell you anything.
But I kind of...
So this is the time when you, like, they will tell you everything right now.
Yeah.
They do, and it's really like...
Yeah.
When will it end? Will it end? They tell you everything.
Nag-start na yung middle school na medyo naglilihim na sila sa inyo kasi naggaganon na sila ng mga kaibigan nila, you know, we're not gonna tell.
Oh my,
Ronna. Teenager, I cannot imagine raising a teenager. Oh my.
Kasi yung nagbubulungan lang sila magkapatid, para kinakabahan na ako eh. Yung parang ano yan.
Exactly, binabalak
yun
na
eh.
Alam
Diba,
mo na.
pagka yung middle school na yan, nag-start sila na pag sa movies, Mom, can we go to a movie? I'm like, ano yung movie? Hindi pwede kasi rated PG. Hindi siya rated PG. Minsan tatakas, malalaman mo na lang.
Tita Charry, so how do you deal with that? Alam mo na ba yun? Ito question ko. So like ako, kasi ginawa ko yan. I'm sure nung...
Raise your hand pag ginawa mo
your
yan.
hand.
Yeah.
So, do you guys really know that? Parang, may project lang ako, Mami, sa matutulog ako sa kaibigan ko. May project kami. Do you know that? Alam niyo na, tita, na wala naman talagang project. Or...
No, I go and call the parents. I said, do I have a project? Or I even go to the house of where she's going or they're going. I make
Ikaw
sure
naghahatid. You bring them there.
Yeah, I know. Make sure that you know the parents of these kids and you know who are in there, kasi mapi-feel mo rin naman if it doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel right, kasi may instinct ka na parang hindi yata ito yung magandang kasama ng anak ko, and you can feel that, and you have to stop that, kasi if you don't stop, they're just gonna go on their way. Even ngayon pa lang mapi-feel mo na pag yung bata, kahit na elementary pa lang ngayon, mapi-feel mo na agad na parang hindi maganda tong kalaro ng anak ko, parang kinakawawa yung anak ko. May ganun May mga ganun.
What do you do though,
So
tita?
how do you do?
Like, do you talk,
Yun.
diba? Parang kami ni Shari. So, do you tell your kid?
You talk to the parents,
With
tapos magiging yung parents, parang hindi sila nakikinig. Kasi, my kids is the best. Yung, di ba may mga parents na gano'n? That's what my kids, I mean, my kids didn't say that, yung mga lying and all that. You can feel that. So, you have to avoid na lang. Avoid the attention of it. Kasi kahit na ganito pang edad, they will get mad at you. Why can't I play with Ronna?
Yeah.
And it's not a good person or a good kid to play with. Kasi iba yung, parang nakawawa yung anak mo, na-feel mo naman na,
Correct.
na naman to binubuli yung anak ko. So, itatry mo to sway out from something else or go to another person. Move
Or
on.
distract.
Ganon.
So that's okay.
You sit them down.
Yeah.
You talk to your own kid and say na,
let's
kasi make friends with someone else. Ganon.
No. You don't say that. You don't say that, let's make friends with someone else. Kasi parang it's not good to say that. You can't even talk to the parents kasi yung parents parang baka awayan ka pa nung parents.
Oo.
Correct,
mabait naman yung anak ko, talagang hindi naman nila alam ang anak nila pag hindi nila nakikita. So you just have to parang meron kang meron kang play date kay ganito. Ay, hindi, may pupuntahan tayo ngayon. So, gumawa ka na lang ng paraan. Pagka yung gusto mo yung kalaro niya, say, nandiyan pala sige, laro kayo, like that. Ganun na lang.
Yeah. No, I'm curious because I experienced that with Celine. She had a classmate before, and they did. Parang there was a time when she goes home, she's so quiet na, and I got okay. Nung una parang okay lang. Akala ko parang it's just pains of growing up, and then I found out na parang inaaway or not mga bully, pero parang I guess bully.
Parang may bossing ba?
Parang bossy, and she feels bad. So and I only found out because there's a time at night na naiyak na lang siya, and yun pala that was happening in class. So I was thinking, should I tell her to like stop being friends with of course I'm gonna say that. Of course I said at no start because like that, she's not good for you, right? Parang, but how? Like but as a child, kasi she's trying to like still be friends with the person and try to fix things. So
maybe you can just ask them, what can we do about it? Instead of saying, you can't be their friends anymore. Baka naman konting bagay lang yun. They got over it, and tayo hindi pa rin kasi we're parents. Parang nag-aaway yung mga bata, galit tayo sa kanila dun sa isang bata, maya bati na pala sila, tayo galit sa mga bata, di ba? That's normal.
That's so true. Yeah.
Diba?
So that's what I did. Parang hinayaan ko na lang muna na to like make parang sila na mag-ayos and see how it happens. And so I didn't call. I know I was there na, tita, parang kausapin ko na yung magulang nito, bakit ganito yung I wanted to call, but I didn't wanna like step in first because yun din yung gusto ko I guess matutunan ng kids ko to like fix like things by themselves first.
Usually you let them fix it themselves muna. If they can't, then that's the time you walk in
to step in.
And it's hard, no, to parang to toe parang you're just walking on a very thin diba, line na is it time for me to step in? Is it time for me to step back? But that's a nice reminder na let them figure it out. And I think it teaches them also their own social skills, diba? When they're sorting out yung away, sorting out do I want to be, do I want to keep playing with this person or not? But at the same time, right at the moment that they need help, diba? We're there. We're like, I'm there. I'm here for you.
Yeah, remember, you're the advocate of your own children. Kayo yung advocate nila. So if you know that something is going on and they can't do anything anymore, then you really have to do something.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Correct.
Kayo ba, Tita Charry and Shari, my question is, because we're saying parenting styles, no? We're talking parenting styles. Are you more the disciplinarian ba? Strict ba kayo?
Yeah, I'm very strict. I'm the one, I'm the one that does all the rewards and punishment. You know, I'm the police. I'm the bad police. And Steve is the one that lays the law, but I'm the one that have to implement everything. Because he doesn't do it.
is
Pudra is like, you're not supposed to do this, you're not supposed to do that. And then he just turned his back. I was like, I'm the one that have to do that.
Follow through. Si Tita yung follow through.
Ako yun. Yeah. Ako yung nag-schedule. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Anong gagawin mo? May schedule silang dalawa. Kung anong lilinisin nila. Number 1, paborito nila, maglinis ng toilet. Stuff like that. You have to teach them how to clean the house, how to do stuff in the house. Kasi what are they gonna learn? Where are they gonna learn it? From you. Sa iyo lang nila matutunan yan. And you'll see the other kids that did not learn it from their parents, they're not gonna do it. They're gonna wait for a maid or helper. And dito sa Amerika, walang helper. You know?
Yeah.
But you're gonna be the one doing it all the time. Diba? Yeah. As much as you love to do it, diba?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love doing that.
To do it. Yeah.
So, like when I teach my kids to clean the toilet eventually, I will tell them, alam mo anak, gusto ko talaga yan gawin eh. But because, it's so fun, I'm going to let you do it.
Yeah. Give them a schedule. Give them a little schedule. Yung kaya lang nilang gawan. You can do
and
that.
Chores,
diba?
Chores.
Yeah, chores nga. Yeah, that's a part of the chores.
Shari,
like
your kids do
vacuuming.
chores.
Even vacuuming, you have to let them vacuum at early age.
Yes.
My kids wash the dishes.
There you go. Baka mabasa.
Ay, yung kanila, plastic lang.
Okay.
And then, taga-tapon ng diaper ng baby.
That's good. Those
small things. Yeah.
How about you, Shari?
Oh, my kid. Okay, so first, am I strict or what? I think I'm, naisip na realize ko, I was very strict, like mga 1, 2 years old, 3. Now that I need to be more strict, with Celine and Tristan, so when I start, parang ako talaga, I wanna be a cool mom. That's my thinking. I'm not gonna be like my parents who are so strict. My dad's in the military, my mom is, strict and growing up. I'm not gonna be like my parents. I'm not gonna be strict. And then ito, 3 years old pa lang, 2, 3 years old pa lang yung anak ko, sobrang strict ko na. As in, no, you cannot do that. As in, para kung kausap ko teenager, kung maka-strict ako. I was like that during the start. Now, it's Tita Charry, and nakakapagod siya. Now I understand why some parents are so lenient, because it's harder it's harder on yourself, on your on your like mental health, everything, to be really strict and to be a disciplinary. Akala nila ang dali lang to be strict on your kids. It's hard. That's why some parents are just do whatever you want, because it's less stressful for the parent. So no judgments whatsoever there. But for me now, I'm more, I wanna say, parang free range, but at the same time my cage. So this is the cage that you're in. But just sa cage na yan, do whatever you want, as long as you follow what's in that, inside that cage talaga, or farm. Fence na lang, para hindi masyadong
fence para may protection services.
Baka matawagan akong DSW cage. Ayun.
I'm more... Dati wala naman yan. Ngayon na lang kasing mga millennial, ganyan na.
Tita, raise your hand, di ba? Pag hinabol ka ng tsinelas.
Ay, naku.
Madaming lumilipad.
Minsan ako pa ang nadadapa pag hunahabol ko sila ng tsinelas. Ako pa yung nadapa. Ako pa yung nasasaktan.
But so for you, Shari, it's I think for me it was the same. I don't know if you felt it nung nadagdagan yung anak. Yung parang dalawa na sila, hindi na ako pwedeng eagle eyes dun sa isa. Kasi pag isa, di ba, parang it was easier to every
To patrol.
Yeah.
super, di ba? Yung kinakain nila, yung
Helicopter
everything.
parents.
You're on top of everything. And then nung dalawa na sila, parang, di ko na kaya yun.
Parang pahinga naman. As in,
Yeah.
pahinang hinga naman. Ganun. Yeah, I guess it's like that too. And, yeah, parang I like that they can develop, yun parang si Tita Char, independence, you know? When you're on top of them all the time and trying to like, micromanage and be so strict that this is what you gotta do, you know, how can they learn how to do things for themselves? So little chores like that, here kahit din lang yung dishes nila dun sa sink, and then Celine can wash the dishes na, and then like when the simple things that we weren't taught because us, Ronna, di ba, we grew up na we had help. Yan yung gusto kong matutunan nila, like Tita Charry and her kids, yung vacuuming, since may mga maliliit ng handheld vacuum ngayon, mas madali rin sila. Like, okay, nagkalat ka, you ate snacks, nagkalat ka, get the vacuum and, you know, do that. So some parents kasi they think na pag ganun, parang pabaya kang parent. Yung parang, you're not doing things for your kids. You should do everything for your kids. Come on, serve them. Like some parents, hindi mo ganun. But, you know, there are some things na you're not a good mom because you're not doing everything for your child. But for me, I'm doing this so that my kids, when they grow up, they're not gonna depend on, learn to be just dependent on everyone. Yeah. So, that's my ano ngayon.
So do you want a little story about me and going to school?
Yes.
All right. So I hate waking up early. So from kindergarten, when they were 5 years old na sila, at your age, edad ng anak nyo. So one time they woke me up so early, and I'm not an early person. You know, I always sleep late and wake up late. So I never wake them up to go to school. Never. One time, yun lang. One, maybe 2 times. At the most 2 times. The night before, they get ready for everything that they have to wear the next day. They make their own sandwich for the next day. This is great. Ano to 5 years old, 6 years old pagkagising nila, they know how to wash themselves, and then they eat, and then they get ready, and then they wake me up when they're ready.
Wow.
Ganon for the whole time. Ganon ang ginawa ko sa kanila, and they didn't have any problem with it. Mudragon daw eh.
Mudragon! Pwede din yan.
Yeah. So anyway, yung ganon. Yeah, and I'm really proud of that, and I guess they're also proud na, oh my God, mom never woke, because I know this, hey, gising na, like late ka na sa school now. That never happened to me. They wake me up.
Wow. Diba, Ronna, like for me, parang tita, that's now when you kind of like say that, or like when people, I don't know why, parang now I don't know why we're pressured, not pressured, but we're expected to like do everything for our kids. Like now, I can't imagine like a 6-year-old doing it, because I don't know. So yeah, that's my goal, tita, like what you've done.
Well, I guess I was the only one doing that actually in the whole sa buong neighborhood namin. Baka ako lang yung gumawa nun. I think I was the only one doing that.
I guess parang that was a definition of love and raising our children before, no, na you do everything for them.
Yeah.
But now we're learning, and I think science also proves it, no, that part of raising them and part of loving them is teaching them independence and teaching them that you can't rely on mommy and daddy forever, and that's my gift to you. Ako sometimes that's how I think about it, na syempre when you're older, anak, hindi naman pwede na ako gagawa lahat, diba?
Yes.
And we definitely see it in Mudra's kids na obviously the work that they chose, sariling sikap lahat yan, di ba? Shari, alam mo yan. Vlogging, being going online and being an influencer, that's so much of it is really you and your production, and so it pays off. I guess what we see is that it pays off. But we were talking earlier, no, na now we're realizing that when we take care of ourselves, it's a good thing, right? Na as parents, kasi nga we've been told before, Shari, as you mentioned, that you have to give everything and do everything. Sacrifice. And if you don't, parang you always feel you feel like
you always feel guilty.
Job. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Less of a mom. You're always like less
yeah.
of a mom because you're not. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not
Lakas,
doing that.
grabe, I say,
Thinking.
I eat mom guilt for breakfast. That's what I always say. Because ang
That's
dami-dami kong mom guilt.
Yeah.
But now, I'm learning that self-care as a parent is very important too.
Yeah.
Right? And we're asking the viewers, how do you maintain your sanity these days? Syempre, quarantine, working from home, online distance learning, all of that in our tiny little plate. What is your self-care? Shari, what is your self-care?
My self-care these days. It's the really break that I have iniisip ko ngayon because 24/7 you're with the kids, you don't go out, I don't go out. It's really time when I'm taking a shower in the bathroom that they're physically not there, they're outside, and maybe they call me but I don't hear it because of the shower. That's the so when I'm in the shower, especially at night, parang tapos na lahat, patapos na, hindi ba patapos na lahat. I turn off the lights and I put on candles, listen to music, and then yun lang, parang just block out all the thoughts and the mental load that comes with being like a mother and like work and everything. I just block it off for a few minutes and that's it. That's my calm. And paglabas nun, ayun na, balik ulit. Pero that time and space that I have to myself, and I'm not on my phone, I'm not, I'm really not thinking, I'm just really taking a shower, doing nothing. And kaya sinasabi nila there are so many realizations or light bulb ideas you get when you're in the shower, because I think it's the only time you don't have your phone, you're not talking to anyone, and it's the only time you're with yourself. So that's my form.
How about Mudra?
Well, when they were kids, I go for a walk, I go on grocery. Kumukuha pa ako ng babysitter just to be alone. Kasi I need that time alone. And I love massage at that time. So I go for massage once a week kahit na ang mahal-mahal dito sa Amerika. But I do that kasi yun yung pinaka-alone time ko. And I go have a date with other parents and we bitch about our kids, something like that.
I think now that happens on group chats.
Yeah. That's one thing about that one good thing, no? Na you can
about our kids.
Bitch about your kids and not be judged and not be hey, you're a bad mom, you're talking about that. You should love your kids 100% all the time.
Naku, ako talaga sabi ko pagka hindi ko gusto. Ganito, ganyan. Oh my God.
We still love them.
We still love them.
We also notice that you did this. And that's knowing also your people, right? Your circle. Like knowing who you can say that to. Obviously, you're not gonna put on social media that na parang this happened, diba? It just happens with your friends.
Hindi ba? Lagi ko yata sila pinapagalitan sa social media.
Comedy, tita.
Oo, parang sinasabihan ko rin sila kayo sa social media. Parang ganito maglinis ng toilet, nakalimutan mo na. Marunong ka lang mag-YouTube, nakalimutan mo na maglinis ng toilet. Nakalimutan mo ng yung kama mo, nakalimutan mo ng lagyan ng ayusin pagkagising mo. Nakalimutan mo na yan. Oh my God, Mom. Yan. Ginagawa ko pa rin hanggang ngayon. It doesn't end.
Yeah. And you said that that's also true of you and your own mom, diba, Tita Charry?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was just with her. With the pandemic, I was in Mindoro at the province with my mom. She's 94 years old, by the way. And I was with her. And she's always like, saan ka pupunta? Bakit, aalis ka na naman? Diyos ko, 60-some years old na ako. Hanggang ngayon, tatanungin mo pa ako kung saan ako pupunta. Mali yung paghugas mo ng pinggan. Mali yan, hindi ganyan paghugas. My God! 50 taon na ako naghugas ng pinggan. Mali pa rin, mali yung nilagay mo rekado dun sa niluto mo. Ganon, nanay ko. The same thing. Mali din yung ginawa kong paglilinis. Ganon din ako sa mga anak ko ngayon. Yung paglinis mo kulang. Ganon. Parang walang katapusan.
So the parenting doesn't end.
It doesn't end. Yeah. You will be a parent and your parents will be your parents still. No matter how old you are.
It just shifts, no? Hopefully it shifts a little. Like, when they're growing older, how you communicate. Siyempre, di ba, hindi na pwedeng I am right all the time when they're older, di ba?
Yes.
But we have some comments, no? We were talking about when we were talking about how to resolve fights with our kids or when our kids are in these troublesome situations. We have some comments from Arceline. I hope I said it right. De Guzman Intoy.
Arceline.
Yeah, she said,
Arceline.
hinahayaan ko muna ma-figure out niya. Pag feeling ko, nag-start na siya talaga ma-stress, nag-i-intervene na ako. So I guess that's what we were saying earlier, right? That you let them be first, and then, but at the moment that they need you, you're there. And of course, Net says, teaching our children to do household tasks is essential to us parents for them to grow and mature as responsible persons. Yeah. So, Mudra, Shari, and I say, yes, 100%. Diba?
Yeah.
Of course,
independence.
Independence. Being people on social media, this is we touched on this a little, no? Now, sometimes we would get negative comments. And sometimes those negative comments are unsolicited advice, I think. Diba? It can't be helped, no? If you post pictures of your kids, sometimes you get things like, bakit ganyan? Or kunwari yung car seat, an experience ba yun? Yung hindi po naka-seatbelt yung anak nyo. Tapos lalagay mo sa disclaimer, hindi po maandar yung kotse nung kinunan ko yung picture.
Parang kakapost ko nga lang din ng ganyan eh. Parang sa bahay na kami kaya wala ang seatbelt.
Walang seatbelt. Oo. Or siguro now it's, bakit hindi po naka-face mask yung anak nyo? Yeah. And then you have to say, right, like, nasa bahay lang po kami, ganyan. But how do you deal with unsolicited comments when it comes from somebody close to you? I think because we mentioned na pag hindi mo masyado kilala or maybe if they follow you online, you just trust na siguro it's coming from a good place, right? They're genuinely concerned about you and your kids. Pero sometimes, diba, if it's our relatives na medyo parang it rubs us off a different way, right? If you have like a tito or a tita na, bakit naman ganyan yung anak mo? Hindi tulad ni ganto-ganto. Yeah. Does that happen to you?
Ako muna.
Sorry,
anyone.
anyone.
Dito eh. Ang dami ko dito. No, but I guess.
Daming baon.
You're right, no, na when it's from other people, you always have to think, okay, they're well-meaning. They come from a good place, they're concerned. And when it comes from someone, when it's a comment from someone close to you, it stings more, when it's a relative or family member. But, my rule is, anak mo ba? Kung hindi, wala kang say. Parang ganon. Or, it doesn't matter what you say about so anak mo, okay, so you say whatever you can say. So parang now, before when I became a mom when I was 23. So before talaga, all the unsolicited comments are like, flooding. Okay, come on. And I was young. I didn't know. It was my first time. I didn't know anything about parenting or motherhood. So I was very, I took it all in. Ganito, dapat ganito, ganyan. So, oh my God, it drove me insane, crazy. Kasi may dapat ganito, pero isa naman, baliktad. So parang ako, ano gagawin ko? Wala namang parenting school, diba? So, and yung motherly instinct ko, ano ba, mag-kick in ka ba? Kailan na ba yun? Ano bang tama? Asan ba yung manual? Asan yung motherly instinct?
Wala no? Walang
it was
manual.
Crazy. Yeah. Parang, so my before talaga, it was trial and error. Actually, until now, it's trial and error. But now, I guess, sabi ko nga, because of the collagen, so whenever I get unsolicited comments or, advice, I look at my kids all the time. Pag may sasabihin about me and how I'm lacking or I'm ganito, look at them. They're alive, they're happy, they feel loved. That's it. When I see them and they're happy and they give, they hug me and I see that they're growing into good people. Di sila nang away, la silang yung ganon. It doesn't really faze me anymore. Whatever people say. in how many years, I'm thankful that I've grown that thick skin na whatever they say, oh, ganito kang mommy, ganito ka, hindi ka kulang ka dito. Parang, if you just kasi let it get to you, it will drive you crazy among all the other things that already drive you crazy. So now, I just, that's the last my mind. Parang, anak mo ba? Hindi? Okay. Hindi ko papakinggan. So yeah.
Yeah.
Kaya Tita Charry, did you face unsolicited advice?
Not much, not really much, but I did read a lot of books about parenting kasi marami dito eh. I go to the library and find out what to do when somebody tells you so and so and you don't like. You can listen to them, you just acknowledge it, but you don't have to do what they tell you to do. And you know what is right and wrong. So and that helped me a lot. Reading a book, by the way, at the library. Wala pang mga internet nun eh. So lahat ng mga do's and don'ts about children, I did read that, and it did help. Yeah, unsolicited advice. I just say okay, pero at the end of the day, sabi nila lagi yan sa Pilipinas. At the end of the day, ikaw pa rin yung parents, ikaw pa rin yung kasama.
Yeah.
So ikaw pa rin ang gagawa ng paraan, not them. But it's nice that they're want to tell you about your kids. Parang ganito ang gawin mo sa mga bata, ganyan. It's okay lang yun kasi sige, meron ka rin palang care sa anak ko. Maganda yun. Pero hindi naman to the point na gagawin mo lahat yung gusto nila para sa anak mo kasi hindi naman sila ang nagre-rear ng anak mo, kundi ikaw lang.
Yeah. And I think there's a line between, being being suggestive or being helpful and imposing and making and preaching that this is the only way that you should do it. Other than that, no, you're wrong. Parang ganon. Parang there's no parang walang ganon in parenting, I guess.
Right.
Because even if all the whatever, like ako, I also read articles on this parenting, ganyan. But your kid, all the kids are different. Hindi rin mag-work for all kasi iba may 2 kids pa lang, magkaiba ugali. So I have to parent differently to them silang dalawa pa lang. So yeah.
And you're the one that knows them best. So,
correct.
Yeah. I think that's also our heart at Globe Parental Guidance, right? We're a community of parents trying to help each other out. Na we all have different ways, right? Lalo ngayon na, one Google search, it's so easy to find answers to certain things. But we all have our own ways, and we're not saying that your way is the wrong way and my way is the only right way. And we hope that that's something that we're bringing you, our viewers, also. So if there's also something you want to see on Globe Parental Guidance, let us know. I think for me, as a mom now of 3 kids and 7 years later, I've learned also to hold my tongue when it comes to other parents. Right? Kasi di ba before, it was always easy to parang give your advice based on this is what happened to me and this is what I did. Tapos yung pala, isa palang anak ko. Diba? Yung anak ko, iba pa sa anak niya.
Pareho ngayon, sinasabi natin like I'm telling everything about what I did, but it's up to you to take it. And if it's good for your kids, then do it. If you think it's not good, then it's up to you. Yeah, you're the one that knows the best.
Yeah, so Mudra, my last question for you, because I don't know if you've noticed, no, but we've been having chikahan for an hour and I've enjoyed it so much. My last question for you is, kayo nga Mudra, no, like as Shari and I said, and coming into this live stream, we want to learn from you. What is your if you're going to give one piece of advice to us, our generation of parents, millennial parents or Gen X parents, parents of today, what is that one piece of advice you'd want to leave us?
I think you have to take care of your kids. Give them all the love that you can. Do not give them everything. If they want it, you make them work for it. If they need it, you give it to them. And if they want it, let them work like something that they can appreciate what they want, to buy what they want. If they work for it, hindi nila yun itatapon bigla eh. Pagkabigay ka lang ng bigay, wala, hindi nila ma-appreciate yun. And then, make sure na maging humble sila. Huwag silang mayabang, and be happy for what they have and not what they want to have. Ano pa ba? I think that's mostly what I can say. And you have to be all over them, but let them be free. Hindi naman pwedeng ganituhin mo sila palagi. You let them go free. So I think that's all I can say for now. Shari.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Don't give them everything.
Yeah, I like that.
Well,
I like
yeah.
that. Yeah, I'm taking notes. You also, Shari.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Everything.
With the family. I'm sorry. You have to let them be involved with your family. And one thing that I instill to them, anyone that comes in my door, they have to greet them. They have to say hello, hi, or if they're leaving, they have to say goodbye. Everybody is important. Every person that comes in front of you is special. That's what I always say to them. And they are like that right now. No matter who you are, they will entertain you. Poor, rich, whatever you are, they will entertain you. And I am like that. So I want them to be like that. And I think that's the best thing you can tell your kids. Do not ignore people when they come to your door. Kasi di ba naiinis kayong pupunta ka sa bahay ng isang kaibigan mo, yung anak nila ni hindi ka titingnan, or, say hi to tita. Nakaganon agad sa internet, di ba? I try not to have that happen. Ganon. So that's the most important thing pala. Give everybody special. Yeah, everyone is special.
Everybody deserves respect, right?
Yeah.
No matter where they're from. So thank you, everybody, for joining us for Rated PG Episode 2. We have one last comment from Charisse about how she takes care of herself during this time. She says, face sheet masks plus Netflix. And the bonus is that her toddler is scared of how she looks when I put the mask on. So I really get me time. Okay. So I would have to say that face masks are not only for mothers, fathers. You may also wear this face mask in case you need me time. And so congratulations to all our winners. We're going to be getting in touch with you to just send you a thank you kit from us at Parental Guidance.
Yay.
Thank you, Shari and Mudra Charry, for joining us.
You're welcome.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for letting us share parenting woes. And thank you, Globe. Actually, I was going to say thank you that you made Parental Guidance like this non-judgmental parenting group, because there are other groups, on Facebook na I've heard, and they're so hindi naman judgmental, pero they kind of preach on you. And I know some friends who actually left the group because they feel so bad because when they share something, parang you're kind of, it's a judgy place. So I'm happy that there is this space for us parents to share and not be judged for our choices.
Yes.
No, thanks. I hope your friends join our group because we won't judge them. But don't forget to follow us, please, on Instagram at Glow Parental Guidance. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And like I reminded Shari, invite your friends to our Facebook community.
And you can watch this. Yeah, and you can watch this on Facebook afterwards, right? You can still watch this.
You can still watch us on Facebook afterwards, and it's going to be uploaded on YouTube post-event. So we have a lot more in store for the parentals this October. It's a Halloween month. We have a lot of Halloween-themed things coming out. So thank you so much for joining us, and have a good Sunday.
Bye, guys.
Good night.
Bye, everyone.
Good night, Tita Charry. Good
night.
Bye.